Hi yogis, welcome to your easy morning flow. This class was designed to energize and awaken your body and mind and set yourself up for a productive day. We'll begin in a child's pose. Draw your knees out as wide as it feels comfortable and supportive to you today. Crawl your fingertips towards the top of your space and allow the forehead to melt down. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Beginning your day with just quiet and peace can really set yourself up to feel more energized and productive. Take a slow, deep breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Softly begin to rock the head from the side to side to give your third eye center a little massage. Continuing to follow the breath throughout your practice. And then gently return to center. Tense your fingertips out in front of you to feel a nice stretch through the upper back and the shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. And gently, when you feel ready, begin to rise to all fours, tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose, dip your belly down, gaze ahead. Exhale, cat. Press the earth away, dome through your back and gaze back between your thighs. Inhale, lift your gaze, cow. Exhale, gaze behind you, cat. Start to flow between these two poses. Maybe you close your eyes and focus less on what the posture looks like and more on what the body is telling you how it needs to move today. And then slowly walk the palms out, just one palm print in front of you. Tuck the toes and send your hips back high for your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, just invite some movements in. Waking up the body, the hamstrings. Inhale, gaze ahead. Exhale, bend your knees. Then release the heels back down. We'll do that again. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees. Straighten through the legs. Then exhale, let your heels melt a little closer to the earth. One more time, deep bend into the knees. On your inhale, lengthen back up. And then exhale, release the heels to meet your mat. Slowly begin to walk yourself back to the back of your space for ragdoll pose. Take a deep, generous bend through your knees. Allow the torso to just drape itself over your thighs. Let the head and neck hang heavy. Option to invite some slow rocks from side to side. And slowly release. On your breath in, lift halfway, flatten through the spine. Exhale, fold. On your inhale, reach arms up overhead for your mountain, palms touch. Maybe you take a slight little back bend. Then exhale, side stretch over to the right, catching for your left wrist. Ground down through the left foot and breathe space into the left side body. Your breath in will reach back through center, mountain. And then exhale, catching the right wrist, reaching up and then over for a nice side body stretch over to the left. Inhale, guide yourself back through center, and on your exhale, ride your breath all the way down, forward fold. From your forward fold, toe heel your feet to touch, and begin to release into a tiny yogi ball. So rise high to the tippy toes, sink your glutes towards your heels. Walk the palms out, guide the chin to your chest, spread your shoulders apart. On your inhale, reset your spine, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise back to your mountain. Exhale, stretch over to the right. Your breath in guides you back through center. And your exhale out, maybe you find a little more depth as you stretch over to the left. Breathe in through center, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, round, tuck and curl into your tiny yogi ball, spreading the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll yourself all the way up, taking an expansive breath in. Then exhale, stretch over to the right. Lift back up to mountain. And then exhale over to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale with your breath, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl. Breathe into the upper back. And then slowly release. Begin to walk yourself forward to your high plank position. And from your high plank, just rock forward and backwards onto your toes, beginning to engage through the lower abdominal muscles. And then slowly lower all the way down into your belly. Untuck your toes, press your hips down. Inhale, find baby cobra pose. Palms just underneath the shoulders. Keep your gaze at the top of your mat. Ride your breath down as you release your forehead back down to the mat. Inhale, peel your heart open. Maybe your palms lift as well. Exhale, fold. One more time, using the strength of your back to lift your heart. Ride your breath down, forward. Slowly begin to rise up to your forearms, planting your palms, your forearms parallel onto your mat for Sphinx. If it feels good, you can invite some slow neck circles in. Finding one direction and then the other. If you'd like a little bit more today, you can walk the palms out, straighten the arms, lift through the heart for sealed pose. Take a big breath in to open through the front line of your body. Exhale, slowly release back down. Guide your palms underneath your shoulders and lift yourself back up to your downward facing dog. Finding one breath in and a breath out. Inhale, elevate the right heel high. Exhale, bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of the left, drawing circles with the right knee to open up through the right hip. Then exhale, slowly guide the right foot to the top right corner of your mat, finding some length in, and then softening your left knee down and untucking your left toes before descending down into your runner's lunge. So in your runner's lunge, you can stay lifted with the palms on your mat or release down to your forearms. Breathing in space through the front of the left hip and the outer right. By taking just this time this morning to focus on your breath and your body, you're setting yourself up for a more productive, energetic day. Slowly rise back to your palms. Open up through the right shoulder and reach back with the right hand to catch for the left foot for a nice little quad stretch. To deepen this stretch, you can guide the left heel closer into the glutes. And gently begin to release. Crawl the fingertips over to the left side of your mat for your wide-legged forward fold. Feet are parallel to one another to the short edges of your mat. Let the head hang heavy. Option to interlace the fingers at the skull, at the base of your skull. And then release, guide the palms out in front of you, plant the palms. So your left palm will plant, your right arm reaches high for a little twist. And then switching it out, right palm plants, left arm reaches up, opening through the heart and the chest. Slowly release and find a halfway lift. Crawl your fingers forward, step your right leg back. Option to find your vinyasa flow, lowering halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine the heart through. And exhale, send your hips high for downward facing dog. On your next breath in, elevate the left heel and begin to stack the left hip over on top of the right, drawing circles and movement into the hip joints. Then re-extend the left heel and then step your left foot towards your chest, softening the right knee and untucking the right toes. Before descending down into your runner's lunge, just find a little bit of length through the chest. And finding your variation of runner's lunge today. So maybe that's staying lifted, or maybe that's lowering down onto blocks if you have them. Wherever you are, though, can you release the weight of your head down? Relax your shoulders and breathe. Gently begin to rise onto the palms. Peel open through the left shoulder, open the left knee, and reach back with the left hand to catch for the outside of your right foot for an optional quadricep stretch. Being gentle and kind to your body and time being aware of the thoughts you feed yourself. Slowly begin to release and crawl your fingertips over to the right side of your mat, finding yourself in a wide-legged forward fold. This time, option to interlace the hands at the low back. Press your knuckles skyward as you let your head release down. In any inversion we take in our body, our mind sends off all these feel-good neurotransmitters. So your dopamine, your serotonin, all of these chemicals are released whenever we invert ourselves. So what you're doing matters. And then gently walk your fingertips to the top of your space. Find your high plank and ride your exhale through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slow breath in and slow breath out. Release the knees down onto your mats and begin to find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes down, dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder, reaching your right arm up and over towards the left temple, left hand grounds over to the left hip. Finding a nice, compassionate touch through the left side of your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you feel ready, you can gently release the right palm. Inhale, lift open through the heart, and then switch it out this time, dropping your left ear towards the left shoulder, reaching up and over towards the right temple for a nice little side stretch through the right side of your neck. Your right arm will plant down beside you, and maybe invite slow, gentle movements in, guiding the left ear towards the shoulder, chin to your chest, and then finding just a little movement there. Take one more breath. Slowly release. Extend your left leg long. Guide the sole of your right foot to your inner left thigh. Breathe in to lift your arms up overhead. Then exhale, pivot and twist. So you're facing and your chest is square to the left toes. Begin to guide your chest forward and melt into a one-legged forward fold. Can you soften through the hamstring and send your breath into the areas of tension? Finding a slow breath in and a breath out. And then as you feel ready, begin to walk yourself back up. Plant your palm behind you. Inhale, lift up for stargazer pose, pressing your hips forward, opening up through the heart, through the chest, and maybe inviting some movements and circles in with the top arm. On your exhale, slowly release your sits bones down to the earth and switch it out, guiding your right leg long, left foot to the inner right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pivot, and slowly melt into your one-legged seated forward fold. When we begin our days with controlled breath and intentional movement, we get the opportunity to set the pace and the rhythm of our day. So notice if you wake up each day and are already on the next thing and the to-dos. And then gently begin to rise, lifting yourself back into your stargazer pose, opening up through the hips, drawing circles with the top arm. Slowly release the sits bones down and allow yourself to slowly release your spine down onto your mat. Once you've reached the bottom, bring your knees to your chest. Allow your palms to rest onto your shins and begin to pull the knees out wide, draw circles with the kneecaps. Slowly release the soles of your feet down. Bring the right ankle to the left thigh. You can stay here or guide the left thigh in towards your chest, interlacing the hands around the left shin. Supine figure 4. Take a slow and gentle breath in. And then exhale, we're going to take this leg variation over to an easy little twist. So extend your right arm long and drop your right foot over to the left. Embracing this deep outer right IT band stretch. Maybe closing the eyelids down to shuts. And then bringing the knees back into the chest, switching it out for our supine figure 4 over on the left. Finding the variation that suits you best this morning. Keeping the right toes flexed to protect through the knee joints. And then slowly finding the easy twist over to the right side this time. Nothing crazy here, just guiding the left foot up and over, extending your left arm and gazing over to the left if that feels good in your neck. Allowing yourself this slow, sacred time to just be. And then when you feel ready, begin to guide your knees back in. And then finding yourself in your happy baby pose. Spread the knees apart and catch for the toes, the ankles, and rock from side to side. Slowly release back through center. Bring the knees in. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Guide the forehead towards your kneecaps, giving yourself a little love-in. Big belly breath in. Exhale. Allow your body to begin to find its way into our final resting posture of this morning. Allow as much space as you need. Softening down the eyes, releasing any tension or gripping. Taking the next few moments of silence just to sit with your breath. Breath back into your body, filling through the belly, the ribs, all the way up into the lungs. Audible exhale, just sigh it out and let it go. If you feel ready to reawaken, there is no rush. Begin to invite movement back in. Take a little good morning stretch, stretching toe tip to fingertip. Then exhale, shift your weight over to the right or left side, finding yourself in your fetal position. Another moment here to just breathe and slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Guide your thumbs to your heart space. Breathe in and breathe out. Guide your thumbs to the center of intuition, the space between your brows, to always think good thoughts. Slide your thumbs to your mouth to say and speak good words. And then slowly exhale. Guide your thumbs back to your heart center to always have good intentions for yourself and for others. Bowing our heads forwards in gratitude. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, for joining me on your easy morning flow by setting yourself up with slow movements and intentional breath. We can set ourselves up for a more productive and energetic day. I look forward to practicing with you in the next video. Namaste.